week. It went really fast.
Yes, it was quite a week for me too.
Yes.
I have some stories about my week, but I feel like they're going to drag on. Okay. And it's going to become a lot. So let's talk about your week first.
Okay. So, we went to the gym every single day this week.
Oh boy.
We started a new routine, I guess what I'll call it. So we're doing a cardio circuit where we're lifting weights, and then after we lift weights, we do our cardio. We do formal cardio 3 times a week. Max incline on the treadmill, which the treadmills at Planet Fitness go up to 15. 2 miles an hour, keeping our heart rate between 120 and 140 BPM for 15 minutes. Doing that, we did that Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're going to slowly increase. So next week, we do it for 20 minutes. The week after that, 25 minutes, and so on. Then, after we do that, we're walking 8,500 steps on top of it. Next week, we increase to 9,000. And we increase 500 every week after that.
So you're just going on walks during the day?
Yeah. So,
well, at least it's starting to get warm out.
Yeah, which, thank God. We went the other night and we had to wait until I was done with everything that I had to do for work. And it was 8 o'clock at night. It was so freaking cold. So cold. I was freezing. I finally looked at Logan. I was like, my hands are numb. We need to go back. I can't keep going. We did make it our steps, but we have a whole circuit that we mapped out that we know if we do that, it's this many steps.
Yeah.
We went to the end of the driveway, looked at how much steps we were at for the day, put that in our calculator, and then when we came back, we subtracted it so we know. It's exhausting. I did legs today. I did 8 sets of leg press, 8 sets of hip abduction, and then 8 sets of hip adduction. Then I did the formal cardio on the treadmill, and then came home and we did the informal cardio where we walked until we hit our 8,500 steps. And then I went and ran around all day to get stuff for the party tomorrow.
Girl must be loving that, though.
He can't go on the walks. He's not allowed because of his hips. He has hip dysplasia.
Do you
in
take
his back hips. We started taking Rosemary. She does really well, which is super surprising.
She's really good on leash and
yeah.
Well, you know what? Sometimes with Alaska, if we leave the house,
yeah,
it's all of a sudden it's almost like her anxiety takes over, and she goes, "Well, I know mom and dad, so I'm gonna stick
right here.
Stick with mom and dad. I'm gonna stick right here."
Logan took her for her first walk on leash by himself, and I didn't know how that was gonna go. And he was sending me videos. She did so well for him. I was really impressed. So then I started going with, and she's doing great. She loves it. She comes home, she lays down, she takes a nap, and she's just all excited. We did take Garrel. We have a small circuit, a big circuit, and a medium circuit, depending on how many steps we needed to get.
Let's take him on the small one.
Yeah, we can take him on the small one. We have to watch how long he's out walking for and the terrain. So we have a lot of pretty steep hills in the neighborhoods that we walk. And that's a concern for him because his hip could pop out of place and then But if it's pretty flat, he's okay. So the velodrome has a flat trail and it's about a mile each lap, I think. I think it's a mile. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. And we can take him there. So once it starts getting a little bit nicer out, consistently, just to change it up, we're gonna do that as well. But it's been a lot.
It sounds like a lot.
It is. I'm enjoying it because we're going outside and we're walking more, and I feel like my energy level is pretty consistent then throughout the day. But yeah, it's been a lot. Another thing was we were at Costco. Have you heard of the Ninja Creamy? Logan, I saw it first. I saw it first. And I didn't say anything to him about it, but I was like, oh, that would be cool to do. Because I saw a lot of people were using it to make low-calorie, high-protein ice cream.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's a great idea. That would be a nice substitute to have to regular ice cream if it tastes the same, because I've always struggled to get my protein in a day. So Logan came up to me.
How do you not like ice cream?
Exactly. But Logan came up to me and he was like, so I was watching my football podcast, and they're sponsored by this thing. It's called the Ninja Creamy. And they did a whole thing about it. And I looked at him and I went, I know all about the Ninja Creamy. And I was looking up how much they cost. They're $200. And I told him that. And I was like, I think that it could be worth it. It just depends. I would eat it. I would eat ice cream every day if I was allowed, because who wouldn't, right?
Exactly.
And he isn't the biggest in terms of ice cream, because he's not a big sweets guy. He's more salty, crunchy kind of a vibe. And I looked at him and I was like, I don't know though. They have ones that can do a lot of things. It's not just ice cream. It can make icy. It can make, Italian ice. It can make a frappuccino. It can, and I just started riddling it all off to him. And we were walking around Costco, and they have them at Costco right now. And it was $170. And he looked at me and I looked at him and I was like, they're $200. So you're saving $30.
Yeah.
And it's the deluxe family sized version. So it does more things than just the regular one. And before I could continue moving forward, he just picked it up and put it in the cart. And I was like, so I guess you're buying this. And he was like, yeah, I'm buying it. So we started doing that. We started trying out different recipes. There's some in the freezer, and we're planning on having some later, so you're going to have to stick around to try the Ninja Creamy Protein Ice Cream. I'll give you the recipe. It's pretty freaking good. Very excited about it.
I've also seen people make ice cream out of, cottage cheese.
I've seen that, too. I don't know how I'd feel about that. I feel like that could taste
Somebody said,
kinda...
yeah. And, someone that said, though, that it didn't taste bad at all, especially if you put flavor in it, you put vanilla in it, or
something else,
something in it.
Yeah.
This girl put strawberries and stuff in it,
right?
Pureed strawberries.
It could be a strawberry cheesecake kind of a thing. Yeah, that could be good.
And she kind of was good.
Huh.
But basically, all she did was throw it all into a blender.
Yeah.
And then pour it all into a bread pan.
Yeah, and stuck it in the freezer.
Yeah, froze it.
Yeah. Simple enough.
Yeah.
The one thing that I noticed with doing it with the protein powder, it separates. Which is why you have to blend it. So it all makes sense to me, because at first I was kind of like, can't you just do that?
Yeah.
And then we did it, and I saw it separated.
Doesn't the creamy also kind of keep it, fluffy in a way?
I don't think
I've ever... Not like ice cream that has melted, and then you freeze it, and it's just it's just
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had ice cream this consistency before. It's very satisfying. It's really smooth. It's good. Highly recommend it. Then I flat out looked at Logan last night and I was like, you know what? You don't appreciate this, so I am going to talk to Megan about it on the podcast tomorrow. I have found a woman on TikTok, her name is Kate, that does all holistic, natural soap, cleaning products, shampoo, conditioner, all kinds of stuff like that. All right? I have very thin hair. I have thinning hair. To the point that Nioxin, Minoxidil, Rogaine, they've all made their way into my home. Okay? Because I do. It's on the sides. I get really thin in this area.
I get this little, patch right there.
Yeah. And my hair runs through the male line. So your dad's hair is more likely to be what you've got going on. Well, my dad started
Hence why I have very curly hair. Because my father has very curly hair.
My dad started going bald here first. And now the whole top is bald. It's happening to my brother. My brother has a receding hairline. I don't want that. So I started looking into things like that and things to help. Because my hair's also super brittle. Because it's so thin and I have a thyroid problem. So I was like, I need to try to figure this out. I need to do something. So Nioxin had a hair serum for nighttime that's supposed to help strengthen and thicken the hair follicle. I said, great. However, it's $60 a frickin' bottle. That's some bullshit.
How quickly would you go through that?
It's supposed to be a 1-month supply. I have made it last 3 because I don't put as much as they say. So I guess it kind of depends on how, I use it sparingly because of how expensive it was. And I only have certain areas that I'm really trying to target at the moment, and it's not a constant thing. Well, she prides herself on doing tons of studies, and she does. She does all of the work for you. Guess what this woman told me? Lavender oil is the same, if not better, than minoxidil, which is the single active ingredient in Rogaine. Do you know how much a bottle of lavender oil, organic, pressed lavender essential oil costs?
Like $9.99?
$6 on Amazon.
I was also going to say $5.99, but then I was like, that might be too little.
Nope.
So then I should have stuck with my original number.
$5.99. $5.99 on Amazon. You know what you do? You take that, you put it in castor oil along with some rosemary organic essential oil, which is also $5.99 on Amazon. It is in that box right now. You put it in some castor oil. You put it on your eyebrows and on your lash line as a brow and lash serum.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Or
I've heard of the castor oil for that.
Oh, it's great. I love it. Castor oil for everything. I'm like in my hippie era where the answer is castor oil. That's where we're at. For your hair, after you get out of the shower, you can use it anytime you want because it's not going to make your hair greasy because it's not that kind of an oil. You fill up a spray bottle with water. Add 6 drops of the rosemary oil, 6 drops of the lavender oil, give it a good shake, and you're good to go. I was so proud that I found something that is $11 instead of...
Hair smell real good, too.
It does. I slept like a baby last night because it was just lavender oil central on my pillow. It was the best. I loved it. But yeah, I was so excited. And Logan doesn't get it. He kept looking at me going, "What'd you get, organic mayonnaise to put on your face?" And I was like, Listen,
sir. We've gone to great lengths for our hair.
Yeah.
To the point where I looked up countless things to use for my dry hair.
Yes.
Because curly hair is naturally
so
dry. And I use a lot of heat on it.
Yeah.
And as a teenager, I was stupid and I never used heat protection. That's why even when my hair is drying naturally, air drying, one side will stay straight and one side will get ringlets because there's so much heat damage.
Yeah.
To the point that I've tried the olive oil thing. I have tried the actual mayonnaise thing where you put mayonnaise in your hair. I've tried literally anything for my hair.
Yep.
To the point where the only thing I found that actually kind of works is anything for textured hair.
Yeah.
Because they need the most moisture.
Yeah.
And so that's
what you need.
That's what I need.
Yeah, he doesn't get it because he is the kind of guy that Oh, there's Dove liquid body wash.
Oh, use it on everything.
He does. He uses it on everything. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you putting that on your face? That's going to dry your face out. No, it won't. What do you mean it won't? It doesn't. I've been using it for years. It doesn't.
Men are just...
Why? Why is it, though, that men can do that? And...
No consequences?
There's no consequences. But if we do it, there's consequences.
I don't know.
What's the deal with that? Because if I could do that, I totally would.
Yeah.
But if I do
get rid of my 6 products in the shower.
Yeah.
He's got 2 though. I gotta say, he has got shampoo, and he has soap. He at least separates it out. He's got like actual shampoo and soap, but he doesn't use conditioner.
No, Logan doesn't either. He uses my shampoo, which is fine because at this point I have my bottles of the medicated shampoo for thinning hair. Mm-hmm. He knows not to touch those. And then I have a big bottle of Garnier Fructis. And it's the strength and it's the one that's green apple. Mm-hmm. And he likes that. So he uses that. Totally fine with that because that's like $6. Not expensive. But again, no consequences.
No.
So disrespectful. I'm not okay with it. What else happened this week? We started tanning, too, at the gym. I don't want to get sunburnt in Hawaii.
Yeah, no. You gotta pregame that.
That's what we started doing. Logan actually got sunburnt.
In the
tanning. And I looked at him.
I've heard a lot. You know what's odd? We talked about the tanning beds there.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if our phones are listening to us, but then, like, literally later that week, I was just getting hit with so much on TikTok about the tanning beds there. Yeah. And now there's so many complaints about, like, people getting burnt. And, like, the employees putting the wrong settings on. And, like, people getting, like, seriously injured.
Oh,
and
God.
Shit. And I was like, what the hell?
So... We use the hybrid beds. We don't use the regular tanning beds. Mm-hmm. So it has the regular UV, but then it also has red light therapy going on at the same time. So it's supposed to not be as harsh.
That was what I saw. Somebody who went for the red light therapy and they...
But you need to pay attention. Like there's a timer. Mm-hmm. So they input how many minutes you want. They tell you what room to go to. You go to that room. And then you lay down, pull the thing over you, and you hit the start button. And right there is a little panel that tells you how long you've been in there. It's doing a countdown thing. And, or not it doesn't count down, it counts up. Which is great. So that, God forbid, if something like that were to happen and they put 6 minutes instead of 5 for me, I would burn. I got pink today. My back is red. It doesn't hurt, but it's pink. So if I had stayed in longer, it would have been bad. Mm-hmm. So I always make sure that I'm not letting myself zone out.
Yeah.
And I'm relaxed, but I'm watching that so I know how long I've been in there. If you don't do that...
Yeah.
I could foresee you getting pretty messed up.
I thought it was so odd because I was like, we were literally just talking about this. Why is this coming up?
You don't really have to deal with this because you have your gym at work and you do it at night.
I ran into somebody for the first time this week.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'll get into that.
You ran into somebody for the first time this week.
For the first time, basically since I've been going.
Yeah.
And that, I'm not including my coworkers. Like,
no.
We
else.
Talk. Like, we know when each other are going because we talk to each other.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah.
But that's the thing. I don't know what it is. We went at different times all week this week. Mm-hmm. And no matter what, it was packed. And I was looking at Logan like, it's March. Did all of the people not quit yet? All of the New Year's people?
I feel like when it was on the other side,
It was never
dead.
full.
Yeah.
Now it's always packed.
I feel like a lot of people didn't know it was there.
It's possible.
And now it's in a very, like, from the road.
You can see it.
You can really see it.
Yeah. But I
couldn't see it the other side.
I was looking at him because he did arms today while I did legs, and he texted me. And he was like, I have to do cardio first. My machines, like, all the machines are taken. And it's not like they have one machine. Mm-hmm. They have multiple. It's the same issue with bench press. Mm-hmm. Bench press for us on Mondays is a nightmare because there's 7 or 8 benches, but they're always full. And people are waiting for them. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't really have to worry about that.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Yeah. I'm limited on machines, though.
That's true.
I don't have the abductors, like adductors, and I don't have that. I have to, like, use the cable and, like, make up my own, which I feel like I'm just, like, not getting. Like, it's not hitting where it's supposed to hit, like, what that would.
Yeah.
Because I gotta have to do it differently.
You have to adjust, and it's a different
and,
movement,
like, for,
almost.
Like, hip thrusts, like, I had to get that belt.
Yeah.
With the straps to use it with, like, dumbbells, because I can't do it on anything there.
Yeah.
So that's different. But you find different ways to adjust to it, and I just bring stuff with me.
Yeah.
And I even said to the girls when I was talking to them, because when they were all talking about going down, and I was like, I have, like, all these things that I got for this. I was like, that belt for that. I was like, I can leave that down there if you guys want me to. I was like, I'll leave it in the girls' like bathroom changing area that they have where the showers are. I was like, I'll put it down there if you want me to, because you can all use it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with that.
There you go.
I think we're the only females that go to that gym, or the
really?
ones that are, yeah. Because I don't know if I've ever, I mean, the person that was there when I was there was a guy. And he came in, like, as I was, like, working out. Like, he walked in. He was just as surprised to see me as I was surprised to see him. We, like, looked at each other and we're like, never seen. Because I'm in, like, it's a huge building. There's a lot of companies there in that building.
Yeah.
So, but and I'm there, like, the same times. So it was just really odd to run into somebody that I have never seen. So unless he was just going on an odd time out of his normal schedule.
Yeah.
But it was very awkward.
That's one thing that I'm looking forward to with moving is having a gym.
Like, in your building.
Yeah.
Not having to go somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what I like the best is that I'm literally, like, right there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would love to, like, I said to Brian, I said, if we ever get any kind of something for the house, I want one of those cable machines.
Yeah,
the big cable
I know
machines.
Exactly what you're talking about.
Because I looked it up and they're like $1,000.
Yeah,
and
they
I was
have
like,
them
that's
at
really
Costco right
not
now.
that bad.
No.
And I was like, you can do so much with those things.
My dad has one in his basement, and he uses it, he used to, I don't know if he still does, but he used it every single morning, and it had, like, a bench and everything.
Yeah. And
he loved it.
I'd want the one with the bar.
That's what he has.
The ones that also have the bar, because you can do the hip. Yep. So, yeah, you can do that with that. I've seen that's where I saw somebody do it. So, like, I have an idea of the one I'd want, and they're, like, a little over $1,000. So I was like, if we ever get to a place and I can, like, get something, that's what I want. Because it's, like, the same price as, like, a elliptical. And, like...
Yeah, and you can do so much more with it.
Yeah, and I'd rather get that, and then instead of, like, my walking, like, go on an actual walk, than get, like, a treadmill. Yeah. So... Treadmill
walking is boring. We did have to do that a couple of times this week.
Because, like, I was talking to my coworker about it because she's training for a marathon.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah, I think you told me about that.
She went on a trail and ran a trail. She made her husband come with her because she was like, I've seen documentaries. She was like, I'm not going on a trail by myself. Safe. And she's like, she said to him, she was like, you don't have to keep up with me. I just need you to be on this trail. Just I'll have my location on all the time. Yeah. You need to, like, so you know where I am. Yeah. I need you to be close. Yeah. So, so she went and she was like, she said, she was like, her legs were just, she was like, because she's like, I don't understand. And I was like, I don't know, maybe it's just the momentum that you're actually moving.
It's completely different.
the ground is hard and you're not stepping on a treadmill that's actually, you don't know that it is, but it's actually kind of like bowing under you.
Yeah.
So it's giving more of a cushion.
Not only that, but you also have the difference in incline.
Yeah.
Too, which but Logan and I both noticed, because for the informal walking, it's just like you wandering around all day is what the guy is telling you should do. You know, yeah, go for a walk in the morning for an hour. There you go. That'd be great. But the inclines are insane. It's drastically different. Like when we have to do it at the gym, I automatically set the treadmill to like an incline of 3, and then I'll adjust it and change it so that I'm still getting the same thing that I would be if we were outside, because I'm not walking outside in the rain. Absolutely not. And I'm pretty sure it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah, it's supposed to start at like 1 o'clock though.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So like all of the running around should be done.
Yeah.
In the morning, and should be fine.
Okay. Yeah, because I was talking...
We can go in at 10:30.
I already had a full-fledged conversation with your husband today.
Yeah.
I called him while I was at the grocery store to see if he found you a pomegranate. I also could not find pomegranate.
No, I don't think there is any.
I was
this
disappointed.
is what I picked out for him. I literally walked through, he wrote it down.
Okay.
Because he wants me to come with him. I said, but in the event that I can't come with you to pick this stuff up...
Yeah.
You need to know what you're getting.
Yeah.
So I walked over. I was like, pre-cut strawberries.
Yes.
So nothing has to be cut.
Yeah.
Pre-cut watermelon. Because I just want fucking watermelon.
He didn't tell me if he got watermelon or not. Did he get watermelon?
He's getting all of this stuff tomorrow. When he goes to pick up
He got fruit today.
Did he?
Yeah. He told me he got strawberries. He told me he got blueberries. He told me he got blackberries.
He must have had the time to. But I mean, he has to go to the store tomorrow anyways to pick up the
we also have to go to the store tomorrow because Logan told him that he would get some ring bologna as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I said to Brian, I was like, so we placed the orders and then because they're like, there's sides in it, and I was like, that's fine because Amelia has to eat something.
Yeah.
She can't eat anything.
She can't eat just cake.
Yeah. So... I was like, fine. That. And they were like, there's potato salad. I was like, potato salad?
Potato salad.
It's like, potatoes.
We love potatoes.
Enough said. Potatoes.
We're sold.
So, and then Brian also today was like, I didn't hear anything from them. They said they would call me about if it was okay to pick up at 9:30. And I was like, well, called them. I don't know if he did or not. Because he was like, they haven't called me. And I was like, well, call them. Or go. Maybe that's why. Maybe he went there. And he just decided to pick it up at the same time.
I don't remember.
Maybe he went there just to make sure that the order was there and that it was placed correctly. Because the girl we talked to, she was really nice. Mm-hmm. And she was trying to be helpful. But then her coworkers were like, make sure you write this down. Make sure you write that down. And it was one of those.
Got it.
And I checked off small. And I said to her, I was like, where this says small, should I just write a 3 next to it? So then, there should be 3 hoagie rings. And I select off the
ones that you
3
wanted.
Flavors. And... Flavor. What else would you call that?
I honestly, I don't.
I don't know.
Types.
Yeah. Beets. I don't know.
I think flavors is the best.
Flavors is better because one of them's literally Italian. So.
Yeah, that's a flavor profile.
Yes. So and she was like, "Oh no, just check off small." And she was, "I'll write it all on the side." So I don't get to see what she wrote on the side. And the one guy called out. He goes, "Make sure you write 3 in total." So that they don't make 3 of each. And so I was like, oh my god, now I'm worried. So I hope he did check in with them to make sure that they're not going to try to make 9 hoagie rings. Because I said to him, I was like, let's just get smalls.
Yeah.
Because we can get an Italian, a ham, and a turkey.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect. It's a variety. They're all smalls. They all came with something. My only thing I thought about, because I was like, what's going on with this? Because I asked him, I was like, because I have charcuterie things already that you could just order from them. And I was like, what's... And then you were texting him, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just show you what fruits to get then. Simple.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and then I got a little book from them because they have so many different catering things.
That's good to know.
Breakfast, lunch, like, dinner. Like, they have so much. You can get party pizzas.
You can get party pizzas at
Party
Weiss?
pizzas. They're giant.
Like,
they're, like, huge.
Like the 30-inch Tommy Boy's pizza?
I don't know. I have the thing at home, which might tell me what size it is. It's, like, rectangular.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had Tommy Boy's in so long.
You're making me hungry. So that same platter that's going to come on, you can get those with just wings.
Don't tell Logan that. Please don't tell Logan that. Please don't.
Of course, they have, like, their cookie ones from the bakery, and, like, the breakfast ones that have pastries and stuff on them, and muffins and stuff on them. But, yeah, she was like, she goes, do you want this book to take home with you? It has all kinds of stuff. And I was like, yes. And she goes, here's an extra form, too, so if there's anything you ever want, you just fill out this form and drop it off. And I was like, oh, my God, yes.
That sounds great.
Because this is fantastic. The entire one hoagie ring is like $25. And I was like, that's like the price of like one hoagie.
Mm-hmm. At a lot of places, yeah.
So I was like, damn. Yeah. I was like, this is good. This is a good price.
Yeah. No, that's what I told him. I was like, hoagies. Makes it easy. Just go find it somewhere.
Like, it's lunchtime.
Yeah. Well,
Brian was like, what if people eat? So I was like, if they eat us out, they can go home and eat dinner. Like, it is literally gonna end probably at like 3 o'clock, maybe 4. That's what I said. Because it's a first birthday party, and all they're gonna do is eat. She's gonna smash her cake, and that's gonna be the end of it.
And Logan and I said this to him today because he kept telling me, like, everybody keeps asking what they should bring, if they can bring anything, and I just keep telling them no. And I was like, yeah, because it's lunch.
It's a little first birthday party.
It's nothing crazy. Like, yeah, you're going to have, 25 to 30 people, but it's lunch. Most birthday parties, it's a pizza party. Mm-hmm. We went to 2 first birthday parties last month, and guess what? Both were just pizza.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure hoagies and a charcuterie are better than pizza.
Yeah.
Not complaining, though. I love pizza and the parties were great. But
pizza's fantastic. So.
Yeah. Like, you know.
You can't go wrong with pizza.
You can't go wrong with pizza. But
yeah.
It's, like, I feel like that's a decent
Yeah, you're not doing anything
lunch.
crazy.
No.
Like, this isn't like a picnic.
That's what I told him. I was like, when she is 5 in 4 years from now, when it's a birthday that she'll actually potentially remember, that is when you worry about going big or go home.
Maybe you do, like, bigger stuff.
Yeah. Logan was making us both crack up. He was like, at that point, we'll tailgate. We'll have an RV birthday. We'll tailgate out of the RV. And I was like, what? Are we going to drive it to Fort Wilderness and, like, park it at the campgrounds for her and stuff? And he was like, I mean, I'm not saying no. And I was like, we'll take her to the beach. She can watch the fireworks above the castle and stuff. He was making us both laugh. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. I just made a mess. I made a whole mess.
Well, just the thighs.
It's just coffee. But yeah. That was pretty much my week. The only other thing that happened was I told my dad about Florida.
Oh, how did that? It wasn't like Edie?
It was bittersweet. He flat out was like, Florida, like, all caps, tons of exclamation points. Like, when am I going to see you?
The same amount you see me now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Holidays.
And I told him, I was like, I know I'm going to be far away, but it's not the same, but, like, we can FaceTime. And I was like, we're looking at trying to find some place that we can have 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. You guys can come visit. And he was like, it's funny that you said that, actually, because Because, and I guess Monica had, he told Monica, and she was like, well, we're not flying. We're driving. And Dad was like, yeah, I figured that. Because she doesn't do planes. And,
You want to get Edie set up on you?
We'll get
$20 flights.
But he was just like, I want you to be happy. It's your life. And I want you to go and do all the things. It's just, I'm a family person. So, I'll miss you. And I was like,
oh, but really? Because, like, you don't see me as it is.
Well, but then he said that. He was like, I know we don't really get together as often as we would like. And he was like, it's the same with your brother and the boys and everything. But still, I think it's the knowing that I'm around the area that it makes him feel better. But yeah. And then I sent him the 3 because we've narrowed it down as of right now to 3 that we really like. One we like more than the others. That's the one. It's on Lake Buena Vista Drive. It is 6 miles from Disney World. And I sent them all to him, and he really liked them too. And I was like, we're going to try to go in June, I think, to tour them. The hope is we can move in July, but we'll see. Because Mark is still really pushing to
like get you guys out sooner.
Yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, it went well. Just not like Edie.
Yeah,
she's
was
all gung ho.
Yeah.
Still all gung ho. Can't wait. She's like, when are we leaving to go check these apartments? I want to go.
I love Edie.
She's so funny.
She's just a party to be around.
Honest to God, she always has a blast. That's what I told Logan. She's always doing something.
Yeah.
Always doing something. When we were on the phone with her, after we told her she was going to a comedy show with her girlfriends, and apparently David is going out to Vegas to visit Pop at some point, and she's just like, yeah, so it's gonna be, free house. He's taking the dog, and it's just gonna be, what are we doing? It's like, okay.
I love listening to her stories. I remember I came over to when they were in the other house.
Yeah.
And doing some kind of like yard sale thing. And I came over. You weren't even there.
Oh,
it
was that when I made us salads? It was at the church?
No, not even that one. It was at their house.
Different one?
It was at their, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And you were like, yeah, they're doing this. And I was like, oh, cool, I'll come. I have a few things. So I brought a few things with me. You never came. It was just me and, like, his family and Edie. And Edie was just telling me all about her life.
She's had an interesting life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, Edie.
Yeah.
You surprised me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially the way she is now, where she's so, like, bubbly.
She's changed
and, like,
a lot.
And I'm like, damn, Edie.
Yeah, she's changed a lot. Well, where was I?
I have no idea.
Was I, like, at work or something?
You must have been. I have no idea.
It's so weird.
I got sunburned that day, too. I just remember that.
Yeah.
It was my thighs. I got sunburned on my thighs.
That always sucks.
Yeah.
Because with shorts, like, there's no around it.
No.
Whereas if it's the bottom part of your leg, shorts.
Mm-hmm.
There's a way around it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Edie. Oh, I guess a dress. Like a... What would you call that? I guess like a A-line style, like flowy summer dress.
Yeah, like the maxi.
Yeah, like a sundress. Like, that's not really going to rub on your thighs too much, I wouldn't think.
No. Huh. No, but what I ended up doing, though, is I ended up, like, smearing my legs with, like, aloe.
Yeah.
And then I took, like, paper towels that were, like, soaked in cold water, and I, like, laid them on them. And I let them be for a while so that it, like, had, like, pressure behind it, and it was really cold. And I just let it sit for, like, a few hours, and I felt pretty good afterwards.
I can't do things like that. Because you put aloe on me if I have sunburn. If there's any form of a whoosh, I am an ice cube. I instantly become a popsicle. I freeze. I hate it.
I think I
Absolutely
did have,
hate
like, a sweatshirt on, though, I was doing it.
When I was younger, if we would go to the beach, my grandma was a nurse, and she carried, like, she had this, like, aerosol can. The shit, let me tell you, was the worst ever.
Is it the numbing stuff?
It's kind
Solar
of...
cane?
Yes.
I have solar cane.
She would carry that. And I remember I got burnt real bad one year on my back. And she looked at me and she was like, come in here. And I
Burns
was
for
okay.
like a quick minute and then it goes numb.
Uh-huh. Well, she did that. The fan was on. I instantly went, please don't. She started to, I was like, no. Because I then was told I needed to lay on the bed on my stomach so the fan could do its thing. And I was like, but it's so cold. I hated it. But yeah, that was basically my week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess when we come back, I'll tell you about my week.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.